Dave Cullen, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, reported what some of those conversations sound like. I'm going to read them again. At 10:23 a.m., 11th grader Henry Vanderwalt texted his mother, quote, "I think there's a school shooting." Minutes later, Becky Vanderwalt got another message. "I love you," Henry wrote. The text exchange was likely repeated hundreds of times during several chaotic hours for both students and parents. Students were led from the school outside, where parents rushed to find them. Frantic parents rushed to the school, with many forced to park and walk, as our reporting confirms. But this ritual of texting your parents to, I don't know what else to call it. Proof of life. I'm still here. It wasn't me today. This is it's just more than a gun safety crisis. This is more than an easy access to gun mixing with the soup of adolescent angst and mental health crisis. This is an epidemic of trauma and terror that we send our kids to school with. This is part of the conversation about phones and screens and communication. And this is life in America.
Yeah, I'm so glad that Frank brought up about the much wider net of people traumatized. The SWAT teams, if they were involved, but all the first responders. With Columbine, I remember Patrick Ireland was the boy in the window who went out, and they caught him on the back of an armored car, and they were really distraught the next day. Everyone involved, there was a whole huge team, because they needed to know whether it was okay, and because he'd been shot in the brain. Through a speech center, he could still speak a little in the ambulance, but he couldn't. His name was Patrick, and he kept saying, Rick. So they thought it was Rick, and so he was logged in as Rick. And but the SWAT team people knew he was Patrick, and they couldn't find any Patrick. And it really, all these people are human beings, and every level, the neighbors, even their whole schools are really, really traumatized by this. And sometimes the parents, I remember Cameron Kasky's mom, and he's the one who started the March for Our Lives in his living room. His mom was on a cruise in the Caribbean, and so she couldn't get there, and she didn't know how to get there, and she didn't even know when they could get to a port. It's not that uncommon. People go through terrible things. But one more thing, I hope and pray they have gotten this right. If the families haven't all been notified yet, the way they gather people and notify them, especially when there's a very large number. I couldn't believe at Parkland, 19 years after Columbine, it was still 1 a.m, and all these people were at the center gathered, and they always do the math. As all these parents come, and more parents leave, and they have some idea of how many shot. The math is less and less in their favor. And at that one, it was like midnight or 1 a.m. They finally started telling them, and they brought each one out into a separate room, and but it lasted over an hour. And Manny, they'll call him Tio Manny. He finally just started yelling at them, like, "I want to know if my son is alive," And they also took him into other rooms at the Marriott to tell them, and people in the waiting room could hear the screams through the walls. And we at least need to get that down. And I pray that of all the things, this shouldn't be happening, right? But for God's sake, get that down. Obviously you have to plan ahead, but that's really humanitarian horror.
It's just in the category of too hideous to wrap our brains around, but we must. Vice President Kamala Harris had planned to announce economic policies designed to help small business owners in America. This is what she did instead.
So before I begin, I do want to say a few words about this tragic shooting that took place this morning in Winder, Georgia. We're still gathering information about what happened, but we know that there were multiple fatalities and injuries. And, you know, our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course. And we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way.
Freak, I don't know if our viewers could tell. Maybe we could put the image back up. She's, according to CNN and others, speaking behind bulletproof glass. She and Donald Trump both deliver all of their remarks now behind bulletproof glass, because even the United States Secret Service views guns as, I guess, uncontrollable or lethal enough of a threat after what almost happened to former President Trump, that every candidate for president speaks like this now at these kinds of events. This picture in and of itself underscores the message that Vice President Kamala Harris is delivering today.
You know, if creatures from outer space landed on planet Earth and took a look around at all of this coverage today, and the fact, as you just said, that our presidential candidates speak behind bullet-resistant glass, and that we send our kids off to die with a lunchbox in their hand, those aliens would look at us and say, "You're out of your mind. Why are you doing this?" But yet we've somehow rationalized twisting ourselves into a societal pretzel to avoid confronting the reality that we're killing ourselves with weapons. And that no one is suggesting, no reasonable person is saying, let's do away with the entire Second Amendment. Let's not have anyone carry anything. That's not what anybody reasonable is proposing, but rather proposing that we enforce existing laws. That would be nice. And if you want to see how seriously we actually take this horrible issue, take a look at what we spend on resources and budget for the agency responsible for simply enforcing existing gun law, the ATF. How many tens of thousands of personnel do you think they have? No, they don't. They don't have tens of thousands. They have about 3,000 agents for the whole world to cover the influx of guns into our society, chase down stolen weapons, look at the county fairgrounds for the gun show every weekend where illegal things might be happening. We don't take this seriously. And every time someone on the Hill suggests it's time to increase the budget and resources at the ATF, of course it gets voted down, because God forbid we should enforce existing law.
There are things that are really, really hard and really, really complicated. This isn't one of them. This isn't AI. We've never seen it before, and we have a First Amendment. This isn't one of those things where it's a mystery why people die. It's not a mystery. We can do this one. If we decide that we don't want to send our kids to school, hoping that we're not the ones on the other end of these texts. Quote, "I love you," Henry wrote. Henry lived, but his mother and Henry, that family, will never forget this day, when they were not one of the four families who didn't come home. Frank Figliuzzi, Dave Cullen, and our thanks to our journalists on the ground, Priya Sridhar. Thank you for this coverage. I'm sorry it's necessary, but I fear it will continue to be.